Hello boys and girls and everything in between. It's your old pal Pontifex Jr. here with the definitive, unarguably correct Game of the Year list for 2014. So strap yourselves in while I tell you which games were good this year. If you don't agree with me, then make your voice heard in the comments. Just be aware as you do so that I am right and you are wrong. Hooray! Best game that eventually came out on PC. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I considered Dark Souls 2 for this category, but unlike the original Dark Souls, I found the sequel quite dull. So here instead is a game that I've played unto oblivion since it came out on the consoles back in 2013. The fact that the game was ported to PC so well is merely the icing on a delicious nano-paste cake. What can I say about Metal Gear Rising that hasn't already been said? Probably nothing, but I don't know. You know, it's got some good sword fighting, it's got robots. If you like robots, well, it's a good game, guys. And in terms of late PC ports, definitely the best one of the year. Best Assassin's Creed. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Talion and Celebrimbor's adventure in the land of Mordor is exactly the breath of fresh air Assassin's Creed needed, with the focus shifted from climbing towers and fighting Templars to running across the land and fighting orcs. The series just got a lot more interesting. In all seriousness though, a combination of Assassin's Creed and the Arkham games, Shadow of Mordor is a lot of fun. A little on the easy side, and with an all too short main story, there is still plenty of side content to dig into. Combine that with building up your own army of mind control orcs, and there is plenty of entertainment to be had beyond the Black Gate. Best Scary Game. The Evil Within. Putting aside the issues with the PC port, The Evil Within is a solid, if slightly unremarkable, survival horror. It's got everything you'd expect from the genre, since Resident Evil 4 changed everything. Hordes of not-quite zombies bearing down on you, just enough ammo to make you think you might run out, giant bosses, a seriously cheesy script, and traps you can't see because the camera is just a little bit too zoomed in. Despite the lack of originality in the gameplay, it is still a tight package with a lot going on, and manages to keep you hooked right up to the slightly disappointing ending. All without relying on jump scares. Best game about shooting things. Wolfenstein: The New Order. Jawohl! Wolfenstein came back with a bang this year. A great many bangs, in fact. Visceral shooting, great sound design, and dual wielding, combined with a return to killing the most ubiquitous video game enemy since the Goomba, albeit this time with Robo-Nazis and Robo-Dog Nazis to boot. It made for a heck of a good time. There's Nazis on the moon, baby. Best Super Smash Bros. Game. The one on the Wii U. Best Remake. Oddworld: New and Tasty. It would be remiss to discuss 2014 without mentioning the current industry trend of spit-shining old games and selling them back to us. Luckily, in this cesspool of HD remakes, there is a shining light that will lead us to paradise. There is Abe. New and Tasty differs from your typical remake by being an actual remake. This is no mere upgrade to aspect ratio or tweak to textures. Oddworld inhabitants have rebuilt Abe's Odyssey from the ground up. New models, new backgrounds, new animations. They even threw an extra couple of hundred Mudokons in there for you to save. Roll on Exodus, I say. Some honorable mentions for categories that couldn't quite get into the full video. Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes for the best sneaking game. Hyrule Warriors for the best waifu game. And Captain Toad for the best new old idea. And the best game of the year, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Without exaggerating, I feel like Tropical Freeze is the best side-scrolling platformer I've ever played. The level design is easily on par with any of the other great platformers, be they Super Mario Bros., Rayman Legends, Mega Man, Sonic, Yoshi's Island, or whatever you care to mention. The music and sound design are of course amazing, with the return of David Wise to the Donkey Kong Country series. The partner system has been expanded from Donkey Kong Country Returns to include Dixie and Cranky Kong, giving you more options to explore the levels, but by far the thing that makes this game so good is the control. Donkey Kong has real weight and momentum behind his movements, and you always feel like you have total control over him, whether he's hurtling along in a minecart or swinging across a chasm on a vine. The game is difficult in parts, but it never feels unfair. And there are hidden jigsaw pieces and Kong letters to reach for an extra challenge. Include the fact that hard mode lets you play as Diddy, Dixie, or Cranky in single player, and you've easily got my Game of the Year. Well, that's it guys. I hope you liked the video, whether you agree or not. At the end of the day, we all have our own opinions. We all like certain games more than others. That's what makes the industry thrive. That's what makes the world go around. I'd love to hear what you thought your favorite game of the year was in the comments. Hit me up. This is Pontifex Jr. Have a great 2015.